Hello everyone. In last lecture, we studied about expansion of number systems, rational numbers, properties of addition of rational numbers, properties of multiplication of rational numbers, and we also learned to express the rational numbers in P upon cube form. We also learned to classify the rational numbers into terminating and non-terminating recurring types. And now today we are going to learn about irrational numbers, irrational and real numbers. Now we'll see irrational numbers. The numbers which is not rational, which is not rational is called irrational number. The set of irrational number, the set of irrational number is denoted by letter Q dash. See, rational numbers we denote by letter Q. So, irrational numbers are denoted by letter Q dash. Okay. Now, the decimal representation of irrational number, the decimal representation of irrational number, decimal representation of irrational number is terminating, is non-terminating and non-recurring. Okay, the decimal representation of irrational number is non-terminating. Non-terminating means you know which don't end, and non-recurring. That is not recurring also. This such type of numbers are called irrational numbers. Now next is about real numbers. This you have to write in the notebook. Okay. Now next see real numbers. Next we have to see real numbers. Real numbers, the numbers which are represented by points on a number line. The numbers represented by point on a number line. The numbers which are represented by points on a number line which are represented by points on a number line are real numbers. Are real numbers. Next, this all information you have to write it about the real numbers in the notebook. Okay. Now every point on the number line. Next is every point on a number line. Every point on a number line is associated with a unique real number, and every real number is associated with unique a unique point on the number line, okay. Now this you have to write in the notebook. See, every point on a number line is associated with a unique real number, and every real number is associated with a unique point on the number line, okay. And every real number may not be a rational number. Now this can be asked for fill in the blanks. See, every real number may not be a rational number. Every real number may not be a rational number. Okay. Now, next we have to see to prove that root 2 is an irrational number. Next we have to prove that root 2 is an irrational number. Now see, in geometry, in maths part 2 you have studied that there are two types of proof, direct and indirect. Indirect we have in maths part 2 we learned indirect proofs. In that we have proved the statement that prime number greater than 2 is odd. This statement we have proved by indirect method. Same method we have to use here for root 2 is an irrational number. Okay. Prove that root 2 is an irrational number. Root 2 is an irrational number. We have to prove this. Okay. So for that, suppose we have to consider that root 2 is a rational number. For this statement, when we have to say that it is root 2 is a irrational number, this we have to prove. So for that we have to say that if it is a rational number, then what will happen? See, what root, suppose, or you can say let root 2 is an rational number. Root 2 is an rational number. Then how we can write? Root 2 is equal to P upon Q. If it is a rational number, we can write it in P upon Q form. Now what we will do it? Squaring both sides. Squaring both sides. What we will get squaring both sides? We will get 2 is equal to P square upon Q square. Okay. Now see what P square means what? P square is equal to 2Q square. Means P square here is what? P square is an even number. If P square is an even number, means P is also even number. P is a even. Okay. Then here we have to write P and Q are integers. P and Q are integers and P and Q, P integers. P and Q do not have common factors other than 1. Okay, so P and Q are integers and P and Q do not have common factors other than 1. Now see, this we have got P square is an even, therefore P is even, means 2 is a factor of P is even, therefore 2 is a factor of P. Okay, this now what we have to do it, suppose we consider, therefore P is equal to 2T we have considered, then what, squaring both sides, what we will get, squaring both sides, what we will get here, P square is equal to 4T square. Okay, we will get 4P square is equal to 4T square. Now P square is equal to 4T square we have got. Now P square we know what it is. P square is what? P square is equal to 2Q square. So we will substitute P square as 2Q square, which will be equal to 4T square. Means what it will be, Q square is equal to what, 4 upon 2T square. Means it will be what, Q square is equal to 2T square. Okay, means Q square is what, Q square is even, therefore Q is also even. Q square is even, therefore even number, therefore Q is also even. So our assumption is what? Our assumption 2 is a factor of Q. Means we said that root 2 is a rational numbers. Means we have written in this, but we said that P and Q do not have common factor other than 1. But here we are getting the factors of P and Q as other than 1. 2 is a factor of P and Q, it is same. Means our assumption is wrong, that root 2 is a rational number is our, what we have assumed that is wrong. So what, from this we conclude that root 2 is an irrational number. Same thing you can do it for, same prediction you can do it for root 3, root 5, root 7, root 10. This all you can consider this assumption. Same, instead of here root 2, what you have to do it, root 3. Root 3 is equal to what? Root 3 is equal to P upon Q. P and Q are integers. P and Q do not have common factors other than 1. Then squaring both sides. Here what we will get? 3 is equal to P square upon Q square. Then P square is equal to what we will get? 3Q square. So P square is an even, therefore P is even, and 3 is a factor of P. We will get, instead of 2 what we are going to get? 3 we are going to get. Okay, 3. So therefore P is equal to 3T. So squaring both sides, what we will get? P square is equal to 9T square. So 2Q, here what we will get? We got here 3Q square. So here it will be 3Q square is equal to 9T square. So Q will be equal to what? 3T. Instead of 2, this 2, I am telling about 3. Already I am telling what you have to write. Because this everything is in front of you. So you can do that. You understood this? So this you have to do it of 3 and 5 as a homework. Okay. Now how I have prove that root 3 is an irrational number? Same way you have to prove that root 3 is an irrational number and root 5 is an irrational number. You have to prove. And the last, it is given in the textbook. See, from the textbook you write down. Okay, what from this we have got the statement, what 1, 2 is a here, this 1 and this q is 2. So from 1 and 2 we have got 2 is the common factor of p and q both. Therefore p upon q, we assume that p and q have no common factor except 1. Therefore our assumption that root 2 is a rational number is wrong. Therefore root 2 is a irrational number. This from textbook we have to write down, and you have to prove for root 3 and root 5. Only 2 you do it, okay, as a homework in the notebook. Now next we will see that decimal form of an irrational number. Now decimal form of an irrational number. Next we will see a decimal form of irrational numbers. Now see, now you have to prove that root 2 is an irrational number. Okay, irrational number, a number whose decimal form is non-terminating and non-recurring is irrational number. This we have studied irrational definition. So root 2's you have to prove. So for that now we have to use division method. Now division method you have studied in 8th standard. Again we have to revise that. See, so division, for division method what we should do it, this root 2 you have to take it as 2 point. Now here you can take the zeros. Now this, how many digits we want to find out, 3, 4, depends upon that you have to take 0. Now here see 1, 2, 3. Suppose 4 digit we have to find. So this, when you take, you have to do its pairing. This we have studied earlier. Okay. Now what we should do it? Now when we are doing the division, what we must do it? See, 2's. Now which is the square near to the 2? The square near to 2 is 1. So what we write? 1, 1 and 1. Now here 1 square is 1. Okay. Now here after this what we should do it? This difference. 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay. And here is what we have to do, addition here. Division method which we studied in 8th standard. That way we are finding the decimal form of root 2. Okay, so this 2 remain 1. Now 2 zeros we can take here. Okay, now 100. So 100, which number will be divisible by here? 100. Okay, that will be what? 4. Now means 4 means what? 4 y we have selected. Here we can take 4. See, 4 and here this finished. 4.4. 1.4. Now 4 y we selected, because if we take 3 means you will get 23. 23 3s are 69. Now 24 4s are 96, means it is near to 100. So we have selected 4. Now 2 y we did not select, so 2 we will take. 2 means what? 22 2s are, and 22 2s are 44, which is very less than 100. So we have to select such a number which will be which we can able to subtract from the given number. Okay, so here 96 we got. Now 100 minus 96 is 4. Okay, now 2 more zeros we can take down. Now here what? 4 plus 4, 8, and here 2. Now how much we got here? 228 we have got. Now here is 400. So which number we can take here so that it must be divisible? Now if we take 2, then it will be more than 400. So 2 will not be possible. We have to take 1. Okay, if you take 1, then it will be 1. 281, 1s are 281. So this what 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 minus 8 is 1. And here 3 minus 2 is 1. Okay, so we got 190. Now you can take 2 more zeros here. Rest 2 zeros. See this 2 here taken here, this 2 here and this 2 here. Now we got 11,900 we got. Now here we got 282. Now 282. Now which number we can select for it so that exactly it will be divisible by this. Now 2 2s are 4, it will be so small. 3s are 3, 2s are 6, that also is small. 4, 4 2s are 8, and this means it will be, we have to take 4. Okay, here which number we have taken 1 over. Now here we will take 4. Okay, 4. Then 4 means what? 4 4s are 16. 6 carry 1. 4 2s are 8 and 1 9. 4 8s are 32. 2 carry 3. 4 2s are 8. 9 10 11. See, it is smaller than 11,900. So we have to select 4. Now see, 10 minus 6 4. 9 minus 9 0. And 8 minus 2 is 6. And this 0 0. Now front also if you want you can do it. So what is the decimal form of root 2 is 1.414. This is what value of the root 2. How we can convert the irrational number in decimal form? By division method. Okay, we have to convert root 2 in decimal form by division method. Okay. Now next same you have to do it of 3. 3 is also you can do it. Now 3 is also I will explain. Then next you have to do it of 5 and 10 as a homework. Okay. Now next root 3 is how we have to do it. You will see. Now see root 3. Decimal form of irrational number root 3. Again we have to write in terms of division. 3.00 you can write. See this you have to make it bar. Now here which is the square near to 3? That is 1. 1 1 1. Okay. 1. So this addition 2 and this is 2. And 2 zeros we can take now. Okay, 200. Now 200 means here which number will come? See. 189. 27 sevens are 189. Means here 1 0 0. Now again we can take 2 zeros. Now here we want 34. Okay, now 34. And here is 107. Okay, so it will be what? This 1 and 2 more zeros we have taken down. 9 minus 8 is 1. So 9 minus, here 10 minus 9 is 1 and 9 minus 8 is again 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay. Now this is what? 1100. Now next is what? You have to select the number. So which will be there here? 34 we got. So 3 if you take then 3. 3 then 3 3s are 9. 3 4s are 12. 2 carry 1. 3 3s are 9. 9 and 1. 10. Okay. So it will be what? 10 minus 9 1 and 9 minus 2 is 7. Here is 0 and 0. So here it is 6 4 3. Okay, what we have got? 1.73. Now what you can do it? You have got 7 1 and 2 more zeros you can take here. So you can take here 2 ja. 2 ja you can take. 2 ja if you will take, then what? 2 2 ja 4. 2 6 ja 12. 2 carry 1. 2 4 ja 8 and 1 9 and 2 3 ja 6. Okay, this we will get after doing subtraction. So what answer we have got? What is the decimal form of root 3 is 1.732. Okay, in the same manner you have to do it of root 5. Like this division you have to perform. So if you follow these examples, you can you have to write in notebook. It is given solved in textbook. So from there also you can write. For your understanding, I have revised again this. Now after this, we are going to study the properties of and irrational numbers. Okay, this also you have to write in notebook. Okay, next is properties of an irrational numbers. Now properties of an irrational numbers is what? Addition or subtraction of a rational number with irrational number is an irrational number. Okay, now see, it is said addition or subtraction of rational number with irrational number is an irrational number. Now addition or subtraction. Now suppose if you are taken the irrational number here in textbook, the examples are given on page number 24. And see, 2 plus root 3 plus minus root 3, which will be equal to what? 2 plus root 3 minus root 3. It will be equal to 2. Now subtraction. Subtraction what? It is given 3 plus root 5 minus root 5. Means it will be what? 3 plus root 5 minus root 5. Means it will be equal to the rational number. Okay, so subtraction, addition or a subtraction of rational number with irrational number is an irrational number. Now here next what it is given, multiplication or division of non-zero rational number with irrational number is also an irrational number. Now see, suppose multiplication of root 2 into root 5 means what? It is root 10, or what you can say root 3 into root 3. So it will be what? 6. 2 into 3, that will be equal to 6. We learn the multiplication of this surds in the next part we will learn. Now division. Division what? 4 root 5 divided by root 5. Now 4 root 5 divided by root 5 means what will be? It will be 4. Now see, multiplication or division of non-zero rational numbers with irrational number is also an irrational number. Now next property is what? Third property, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of two irrational number can either be a rational or it can be a irrational, which these examples I have given. Either it is a rational or either it will be the irrational. Okay. Now next we have to study about the properties of order relation of non-real numbers. Okay, these properties of an irrational number, which is given on page number 24, that we have to write. Now next we have to see that properties of order relation on real numbers, Okay, now what we have, if A and B are two real numbers, then only one of the relation holds good. Means what? That is what? A will be equal to B, or A is less than B, or A is greater than B. Any one relation will hold good. Means how it is said. Now next is what? Second is, this is the first one. Now second is what? Second is, if A is less than B and B is less than C, then A also will be less than C. A is less than B and B is less than C, so A also will be less than C. Then third, what does it tells? If A is less than B, then B plus C, A plus C, then A is less than B, then A plus C is less than B plus C. Okay, if A is less than B, then A plus C also will be less than B plus C. Now fourth one, it is what? If A is less than B and C is greater than 0, and C is greater than 0, then AC will be less than BC. AC will be less than BC, and if C is less than 0, then BC, then if C is less than 0, then AC will be less than BC. So these are the properties of order relation of real numbers. Okay, now see, this we can verify with the examples of rational and irrational numbers. Now square root of a negative numbers. Now square root of negative numbers, what next term which we have to study is what? Square root of negative numbers. Square root of negative numbers. In that, root A is equal to B. Means B square will be equal to what? A. If root A is equal to B, means if you square it, B square will be equal to A. Means suppose if root 5 is equal to X, then X square will be equal to what? 5. Now any you can take root 3. Root 3 is equal to X if you have taken. So X square if you do, you will get what? 3 we will get. Okay. Now similarly what we can do it, if not square of any real number is always non-negative, and it means that square of any real number is never negative. But root 5, if you have taken under root minus 5 square, which will be equal to minus 5. Therefore under root minus 5 is not a real number, and the square root of negative real numbers is not a real number. So root 5 of this is not a real number. Okay. Now see this exercise. It is having 4 sums, but the video will be lengthy. So I am taking this much only. Thank you for watching this video. And now this all whatever I have given, that you have to complete in your notebook. Okay, bye.